Hi there, I'm Simon and welcome to Photo Bite Kids. So can you believe it? We're already on the 8th challenge from our series of Photo Bite Kids challenges for kids aged between 5 and 15 years old. It's incredible, it's gone so quickly. We'd like to thank you all for submitting your pictures, for taking so much time to put them together and to really get your creativity going. But before we go into explaining what's up in our next photo challenge, we're going to announce the winner of our first prize. Now if you remember, this was the pair of AOA Power Buds. They're fantastic, really good in-ear headphones from AOA. They're incredible, worth £100, so a fantastic prize. And the winner of this prize comes from the challenge called Setting a Scene. And the winner of the prize, I can announce, is Olivia Godby. Well done, Olivia. So we will get the AOA Power Buds packed off and shipped out to you, Olivia. You can expect to get them in your ears and listen to some fantastic music really soon. But in the meantime, I'll tell you a little bit about the Photo Bite Kids Challenge number 8, which is all about portraiture. Portraiture is a very classic form of photography, but of course you need to think really carefully about what you're going to photograph. Will it be a pet? Will it be a family member? Will it be one of your toys? It could be anything along those lines. So think long and hard about how you're going to do it, where the light's coming from in the room, how you're going to frame your portrait. And of course, I'm no photo expert, but we do luckily have one on hand, our regular photo expert, and that is Professor Gardner.
Right, thank you, Simon. Yeah, so today we are doing portraits, and everyone in my house doesn't want to be a subject, so I'm going to be doing a self-portrait, which you can do at home as well. You can use your phone, you can use a camera. Today we're mixing it up a bit. We're not using a phone. We'll be using this camera here. For the purposes of this video, we will be linking it up to a remote so that I can sit in this chair here and I can talk to you lovely people about what I'm doing. But you can use a self-timer, you can use your phone that has a self-timer as well, and it just helps me to kind of give you an idea of what you can do at home. Now for the setup, I took a bit of time to get ready for this video. So what I've got is a stool down here, I've got a background. It does have a line in it. You could put up some paper if you wanted to get a colourful background, or you can go outside and you can use trees if you like. But I'm just keeping it nice and simple. We're going with a nice basic background, but I've also got a window next to me as well, which is going to give me that light so I can get the look that I want. In terms of the camera, I haven't done anything fancy to it. I'm putting it in auto, so I'm letting the camera do the work. So even if you've got a camera at home, you can do what I'm doing on my camera here in my office. So we're ready. So I'm going to be a bit stationary, but I'm going to try and tell you as much information as I can, but I'm not going to get too complicated. All we're going to focus on is lighting, so we need to be aware where our light is coming from. So in this case, it is coming from a window. And just to start off, I'm just going to turn it on, and we'll show these photos on the screen so you can see how they look. We're just going to start off with a straight head-on portrait. Like so. Very simple, very easy to do, just straight on. That's going to be our starting point. Then what we can do is we can always ask our subject, or if we are the subject, we'll choose our best angle. That will be simply just shifting your head to show the side that is your favorite. So we're going to look into the light and look up. Very easy. And if we want, we can add a silly face. Got to get some fun in there somehow. So other things that you can do as well is you can actually add things into the foreground to kind of make things look a little bit interesting. So I'm having a little look around my room, and I think I've eyed an idea up. Is we're going to be using the reflection, if we get it shiny enough, of my phone, and we're just going to sit it like this. I might have to check my screen on this camera to see how it comes out, because I have no idea how this is going to look. Might even need to raise myself up a bit. There we go. Let's see how those looked. So they actually came out really good. I say the first one was slightly better, just because you couldn't see that it was a phone and it looked a bit sharper. Again, we can keep playing with those, so we can shift it. So what we can do is we can go with one so it's at a slight angle, like this. And what that does, oh, actually let's get my thumb out of there, that'll be a better idea, won't it? And what that does is it just gives you a bit more depth to your image, and it can make for quite an interesting look. But that's one way of using reflections. Here we have my beloved cactus, and what we're going to do is we're just going to hold it up part over the lens. You can do this with anything, it doesn't have to be a cactus. You can do it with a piece of paper if you wanted to. And we're just going to get it in the foreground. Go with the pose. You've got to strike a pose in these things. Put that back. Let's have a look. So you can see just with that little bit of greenery how it just changes the photo. Just to give you an idea, this is without it, okay? Makes a big difference. So that's how you can add a bit more dynamic to your images. We're not going to take it any further than that because it will get a bit more complicated. Do make sure you submit, make sure you let us know your age and use the hashtag PhotoBiteKids. We look forward to seeing your submissions and we will see you next time.